Thank you. Thank you so much for this. Okay, we are going to begin. Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you joining us from all over the world. Welcome to the MICT's Paradigm Meeting of November 29, 2025, and to this important conversation on artificial intelligence and post-humanism in schools. A learning tool or a risk for young men in the perspective of mild cities. Across all continents, educators and researchers are rethinking how AI is shaking childhood. From robotic labs in Asia to ethical AI hub in Europe, from inclusive digital innovation in Africa to creative education technology ecosystem in Americas, and a cognitive science breakthrough in ocean, we are seeing a global movement that calls for connection, reflection, and responsibilities. Today's session brings this perspective together. We will explore how post-humanist ideas help us understand the changing relationship between children and intelligent machine and how technology, biology, and culture are now linked in classes everywhere. Most importantly, we will hold space for both the anticipation and the concern that AI rises for all of us working with young learners and children. Our discussion will follow five guiding questions. How different regions integrate AI in education? What posthumanism teaches about women, matching, and relationship, and how AI can support development without replacing women experience. The ethical and psychological risk we must acknowledge, and the future of scenarios we need to imagine how now to prepare our schools wisely. For attendees, we hope to offer clarity, concrete insight, a strong ethical voice, and a sense of shared humanity as we face this challenge together. This webinar matters because AI is no longer hypothetical, but it is already interacting with children daily, shaping how they think, learn, and relate to the world. With that, I am delighted to begin our conversation. I now give the floor to Professor Felipe, who will open this with reflection on the global landscape of AI and posthumanism in education. Professor Felipe, you have the floor.
Thank you so much, Professor Emmanuel Komikonako, and thank you to all present in this important webinar. Dear friends and colleagues, you are so much welcome to a special session entitled Artificial Intelligence and Posthumanism in Schools and Universities, a learning tool or a risk for young minds in the middle cities perspective? That's the question. We got today excellent keynotes and panelists. Thank you for your presence today and for sharing your knowledge with us. AI-driven initiative can be catalyst for economic growth in the global research by addressing traditional development challenges and fostering innovation. Let me share some ideas with all of you. Across all five continents, this scientific community is moving rapidly toward a deeper understanding of how artificial intelligence and posthumanist perspectives are researching education from advanced robotics in different countries and different continents, of course. This webinar aims to offer a holistic global view of this fast changing landscapes. But what is the posthumanist today? Posthumanist today is an intellectual and philosophic movement that questions the idea, the human being, in the center of the universe and the definition of human, proposing new ways of thinking about the relationships between humans, technology, animals, and the environment. It does not reject humanism, but expands to a more inclusive and critical perspective of our identity amidst technological advances. But why study posthumanism in the education in the perspective of MIL cities or MIL cities? Studying posthumanism in education is essential to reassess the role of a school and the human being in a world increasingly shaped by technology and relationships between the non-human. The posthumanist approach questions the premise of traditional humanism and proposes a more complex view of reality. Well, that my initial words. You got the floor, dear friends and colleagues.
Thank you so much, Professor Felipe, for your introduction word. Now we are going to give the floor to Dr. Mr. Horacio Betzel. But before I give the floor, let me introduce him. Um, Mr. Horacio Betzel is the UNESCO focal point for the Media and Information Literacy Cities program, representing Sao Gonçalo do Armante, Brazil. He is a special PhD student in the tourism graduate program, hold a master's degree in science, technology, and innovation from the Federal University of Rio Grande do Norte, and a bachelor's degree in business administration from FIT. He has extensive experience in strategic management, innovation, and digital solutions for tourism and hospitality, with expertise in hotel optimization, customer experience, and online sales strategies. He has collaborated with companies such as Booking.com and several tech-driven hospitality startups. He currently serves as COO, a startup in the Amazon region focused on digital solutions for riverboat ticket sales. Mr. Horacio Betzel, you have the floor.
I think that Mr. Horacio is not here yet, but we can
Okay.
with the right.
Yes.
Maybe I could start since
Yes, Professor.
I have another
Professor Marco Aurelio Navarro. Yes.
Okay.
Professor Comi, you can present, please. Let's introduce the Professor Marco Aurelio Navarro, please.
Okay. Okay. Let me present him. We have my colleague from Montreal. She is facing some problem. I don't know. She has the same link with us, but she didn't enter the room. After I will see. Okay. Dr. Professor Marco Horacio Navarro Lee is a prominent Mexican educator, researcher, and scholar in the field of comparative and international education. He earned his doctorate in pedagogy from the Universidad Nacional Autónoma de Mexico. Pardon. Graduating with honor after completing a master's degree in educational planning and development in the Institute of Education, University of London. Navarro was a key figure in the founding of the Sociedad Mexica de Educación Comparada in 20 2003, he and a group of colleagues initiated the meeting that to lead the society's creation in 2004, where he became the first president. He now serves as honorary president, continuing the support SOMATEC mission to strengthen comparative education in Mexico. His influence extends internationally through his service as vice president of the World Council of Comparative Education Society, focusing collaborating across region. Over the course over the course of his career, he has held academic administrative positions in institutions such as the Universitat Autonomy de Tamaulipas, let me please, and has authored numbers of book chapters and articles and educational policy, internationalization, and comparative studies. His work has been instrumental in consolidating comparative education in the world. Professor Dr. Marco, you have the floor.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you, and thank you very much for the invitation to share my views on posthumanism.
Yes.
Professor Felipe will do the favor of showing the PowerPoint for me, please.
Oh, yes. Oh, the professor coming, like I said for you, the professor coming pass for you the slides.
This slide.
Okay.
Let me see. I'm facing technical problem today. I don't know why. Let me. Okay, I'm coming just now. Professor.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Do you see?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes. Oh.
Thank you. Shall I begin? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. My paper starts with a reminder of what. Yes, you can pass the next, please.
Okay.
Reminded of what happened to us during the pandemics. And if you remember, we spent 2 years in a lockdown where we were watching the people, watching our students in this way, in a Zoom, in the quadricula. And that Zoom, the screen, was a window for reality. We say our contact with reality was through the screens of our computers or through the screen of our cell phone or through the laptop. And we said that was the reality because we couldn't go out, we couldn't go to streets, we couldn't go to anything. But that was an illusion of reality. That's my point. It's an illusion of reality because we show to the screens what people want us to see, what I want to see that people sees from me, sees about me. So I have a face. Every one of us have a face to show through the screen, to show to the rest of the people, to the rest of our classmates or colleagues. So we were like like a face mask showing to the people. We were avatars, and everyone sent an avatar to show to the rest of the people. So we had an illusion of reality and not the reality itself. But the problem was that some people who stood there didn't come off from Zoom, didn't come off from the windows, from the screens. Can we go to the next slide, please? Yes, this is how youth spend 8 hours and 43 minutes a day connected to internet. This is a news from a newspaper in Colombia. But it is the same for many countries. I think it's a little bit worse in Asia. In Singapore, I knew that they were almost 10 hours per day connected to internet, especially the population of 16 to 18 years old. So they are still living on the screen. They don't come off there, still in a sort of a lockdown, and probably they are living on the illusion of reality. So if we go to the next slide, please. So if they spend 8 hours navigating internet, and according to the World Health Organization, they should sleep 8 hours in that age. And if they go to school, they attend school about 6 hours per day. That makes 22 hours. So I'm thinking of, we have to reflect what is the time for youth activities. Maybe they spend less than 8 hours. Maybe they spend left in school, but there's so small times, a lot of time only for eating or for transit from school to home. But there are where are social life, where are sports, entertainment. Remember that's at this age, the youth is constructing their personality. They are constructing the social identity. It is very important for these youngsters at this age to have a social interaction, real social interaction, and not only through the screens. So we are losing a generation of youth. There's a generation that is going through the screens and is not living the real life. So if we go to the next, we are having a different interaction with technology. Uh, and this is what we call the posthuman condition, a new kind of relationship with technology. We are living now in a hybrid world where sometimes we don't know which side of the screens we are. One of these days, that's what I talk to my students. One of these days, students will just send their avatars to school, and the teacher will do the same. But this school is in the cyberspace and is managed by the algorithms of some artificial intelligence. So if you see this news, that it was shocking that there are people getting married with the robots. This is from these news are from Japan. But there are also in some other countries this kind of news. So we are in a new dimension of our relationship with technologies. And we have to ask ourselves what it means to be human, especially for those youth that spend all day on the screens. We are entering into a dimension beyond the limits of our nature, of our human nature, where we interact more and more with non-human agents like robots, avatars, cyborgs, algorithms, artificial intelligence, and so on. Post-human condition is posing new challenges to education. What is education to do to reach this youth? To begin with, education must teach what it means to be human and on which side of the screen reality lies, since people is confused. They don't know what the side of the screens they are. And there are around the world some colleagues, some scholars looking for ways to educate, to rehumanize education, to rehumanize schools, and designing strategies who get people off the screens and bring them to the reality, to what reality is. This is the case, for instance, of the Global Forum for Rehumanizing Education. And you can find this global declaration in a website. Just look for it and you can download it. And the forum states that education needs to engage with challenges of a post-human era. It is especially important today to recognize and affirm that human identity must be situated within the context of the new technological world and with a renewed relationship with other living beings and the planet as a whole. This is what my warning. I don't want to be a spoiler, but just a warning of what is happening and what are the challenges, the new challenges of education, and the new challenges for the cities. The cities should be a place where people can live their realities when they should socialize. So there are many things to do with the schools and the relationship between schools and the cities to get our youth off the screens. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Professor Horacio, for your presentation. I will give the floor to Professor Felipe for his insights.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Your contribution, Professor Marco Aurelio, is very important because you analyze the new reality, hybrid reality with digital ecosystems and, of course, the physical ecosystems. And your proposal about the a new vision of between relationship uh, school to school and between the school and cities are very innovative. I like so much of this vision, and you bring together the importance, of course, of the risk of this reality. We are our students are living in the screen. This is a real danger. We can lose this generation, but this is the challenge of the educators, the policymakers, and of course of all of you and all of the humankind. Thank you so much for your ideas and your contribution, Professor.
Thank you so much, Professor Felipe, for your contribution, your comment. Now we are going to give the floor to Professor Anna Cloutier Tome Williams. But before we do it, let me introduce her. Professor Anna Cloutier Tome Williams is a professor of instruction and director of the Portuguese language program at Northwestern University in USA. She holds a master's degree and a PhD in linguistics from the University of Sao Paulo. Her research focuses on intercultural communication, socio-affective dimension of language learning, linguistic ecosystem, and the integration of technology into foreign language pedagogy. She is the author of numerous academic articles and of the book O Jogo Narodo, a comparative study of soccer broadcast narrative in France and Brazil. She also co-organized a volume of addressing global change and innovation in Portuguese language teaching during the pandemic. Committed to fostering intercultural engagement, Anatomy Williams has developed collaborative exchange projects that connect her students with peers in Brazil and across the Portuguese-speaking world. She currently serves on the board of directors of the American Organization of Teachers of Portuguese and in the International Association of Intercultural Communication Studies. Dr. Anna Cloutier Tome Williams, you have the floor. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. I feel really honored to be here this morning to me
Yes.
in Chicago, where it's snowing a lot this morning. It's a pleasure to share some of my perspectives. Let me see if I can do this.
Yes.
Can you see my screen? Yeah.
Yes.
So, yes, when I was thinking about this, there was a little video that I don't know if it's playing. I don't think it's playing now. These letters are showing up on the book and kind of moving, but I don't think it's working now like this. But as I was thinking about artificial intelligence, I was thinking from the book to a virtual world of letters and sounds and images. How can we deal with that at school? I'm a language professional in my area, so I'm going to give you some perspectives in that too. So here was what I wanted to show you. Okay. So the learning process, we are talking about schools, the learning process. We know we need the teacher, the student, and the environment, and how we can make the best of these three components, especially now with artificial intelligence. What has changed? Some people say the AI is just a tool that you can use and you can choose to use in your classroom. Some people say it's an agent or a co-agent now of learning. But as we apply artificial intelligence, are we producing more dependent or more independent students? More critical thinkers or less critical thinkers? Are they highly motivated? Are they socially engaged? There are so many questions that we ask as we try to navigate in different waters. So, of course, when you think about the benefits of artificial intelligence as a learning tool or a co-agent, there will be many things that we think about: the learning paths, the individualized instruction, the virtual classrooms, and remote learning. Now it's a possibility. We all learned this during the pandemic. This boosts confidence sometimes because the students feel more engaged, or it's interactive, safe. We need to think about safety, and it can be a controlled environment. AI can give you instant feedback. Preparation for future skills, can support diverse learning styles. But on the other hand, we cannot forget the other side, the risks for the young mind. So reduces critical thinking if everything's ready for the student, the privacy risks for minors especially, emotional development impact, because if I'm not engaging with a human being on the other side, um, the algorithm can influence on thinking. So you think the answers are there, but this is just algorithm. Laws of creativity is something else that can be, discussed here. Inappropriate content for kids. Attention span, we all know that our attention span can go everywhere. Dependence on technology, and how much dependent can we be with all the situations. Overexposure to screen time, as Professor Marco also mentioned. This is something, how can we monitor this? Because the students are so engaged. They need to get out of the screen and do something else. And also AI raises questions on authorship, creativity, integrity, and digital literacies. All this. And now we are talking about posthumanism. And many says that it's not only a tool, it's an agent. You need to live with this agent, and it's here to stay. Run if you can, but you can hide. So posthumanism looks now at humans, technologies, and environments. They did three parts now. We have the teacher, we have the student, we have technology, and they all need to produce knowledge. It's not simply a tool nor a threat. People think, oh, it's a threat now, I'm going to lose my job, or in any area, not only as teachers. But if you think the relational force that co-produces learning, identity, and agency, how we in schools must teach, must use this, because we now are getting more and more used to that, to live, to think, to create with these entanglements. And it's all a big entanglement. So in the United States, we have now a federal law that is advancing artificial intelligence for American youth. This just happened in April 2025. This executive order was signed that every school, kids now need to learn. They needed to be more literate on this. They need to be more prepared. How are we going to do this? Of course, there's so much diversity in so many settings. I also got some information on the some graphics here about in the United States, 55% overall administrative support for AI. Okay, but there are those who oppose, 13% oppose that. Principals, 61% support AI in K-12. 72% of administrators support AI-powered tools for teachers and for leaders. And we also have some people who are neutral to AI. Superintendents, 90%, I don't know if this is get more funding to their schools. 40% special education directors support AI. It's interesting because we think, oh, AI will be a good tool for special education. But if you see here in this graph here, you see that how AI has been used at school. 51% for educational games. In this, and then we start to realize it is getting the student more involved, more time within the screen. And so there are, of course, the platforms. We use Canvas or other platforms for teaching that. We can use AI. You help us. Chat box, 35%. The grading, because of course it can help teachers as well when you think, okay, AI, you give me ideas. And even for students, before writing a paper, get ideas or things like this. So we can use, but where really are we getting toward? How can we use AI to be more effective and not forget the human relationship? Also, parents, I got this interesting graphic about parents and their thoughts about AI. And you can see that some of them question how, is this, should we ban AI or not? Some are not sure because we are all still learning on how to process, on how to understand. But the thing I want to point out is this. This is a parent from a parent's perspective. They think teachers should be trained, and that's the point. Because how can we get a training where we don't forget the human aspect of the post-humanism? So, in my view, in my opinion, the most important thing is to focus on teachers. I don't know if the classroom will be like this with teachers, an AI robot, and all these screens showing things. But the important that I saw in this picture, by the way, I asked AI, what would be the future of the education? And this was a picture that was brought to me. And I said, okay, interesting, because in this scenario, we do have a very dynamic teacher with the students are engaged, asking questions. Is this possible to have, because somehow we have to accommodate AI in our school settings in a way that is really engaging and learning is produced, not copy and paste, not copying and pasting, not, but really try to solve problems and to discuss face to face with other students in class. How can we do that? Is it possible? It is a big question because we need teachers who understand, can this really be done and how? Because teachers here need most of anything be valued. Teachers need to be valued and understand, are you going to do this? Do you think it's worth it for your project? Because teachers, they needed to learn to make learning a memorable experience with or without AI. So we needed to think, is this mandatory for what I require from my students? Do I need to do, if I'm going to use AI tools, how am I going to do this? Because as a teacher, we needed to motivate learners to use more than that, their brains, just, move, use our hands or feet, your life experiences to expand learning. Emotions are there too, students, because we don't want apathic students just trying to understand, trying to make sense of that. So create and make students create new ways of acquiring knowledge. Make good use of AI to discover and rediscover ways of teaching. If you cannot rediscover or make it meaningful, is how important is this? Help students make good use of AI to discover and rediscover ways of teaching them as well. And I'm going to finish my reflection here with symbolic competence, because many times we don't we go, wow, it's so many symbols, but what is this symbolic competence? I do like Claire Kramish, because she says it's the ability to understand, manipulate, create meanings. There are symbolic, historical, ideological, aesthetic, and affective. Create meanings. Be meaningful. Of course, it involves so much cultural positioning, historical. These are some examples: dilemmas, traumas, irony, emotions, sounds, smells that are connected to memory, identity negotiation, ethical meaning, gestures, voice tonality, really the human interaction, the warmth of the presence of the other. So, like teaching languages, we know that the symbolic competence goes beyond the grammar or communication. But in a new AI situation, I need to include the non-human actors as well. How am I going to do this to produce the symbolic competence? As we create new symbolic ecologies, if I'm not making meaningfulness for my students who are humans, who feel, who have life experiences, and who need to engage to other human beings more than AI. We need to think about this. So I gave an example here. I asked the students to go online, look for a real house that looks funny or strange to you. Talk to your talk to your colleagues. Is this an interesting house? Can we do this? How? And the student said, oh, I found this house. This is a real house. It exists. That's the location. And then I said, okay, you want to use AI? Let's try this. You are going to transform this house according to your needs in group needs, dreams, according to your expectations. And then they transformed. This is one example only that I've been thinking how I can make this, and they transformed into this. We see it's an AI, and then but then they have to discuss: would you live there? Now, look, all the crocodiles here, the alligators around us, and why is this? Is this real? Is this not real? Is this feasible? Maybe we can transform that into meaningfulness. In conclusion, I enjoyed this author, Luis Fernando Verissimo, who passed not long ago. When we think we have all the answers, life comes and change all the questions. So it's important to value people, relationships, and humanity, and most of all, keep creating meaning and meaningful situations to all. That's all I'd like to share. Thank you so much.
Wow, thank you, Professor Anna Clotilde, for your speech, for what you have brought. You have said everything. Uh, because of time, I will give rapidly the floor to Professor Felipe. Yes, I will also underline the arrival of my colleague Sofia Noguera and Maria and those who are watching us from all over the world. You are welcome. Professor Felipe, you have the floor.
Thank you so much. You are welcome, Professor Sofia Nogueira. I am really happy for your presence today. Thank you so much.
I'm
Well,
sorry for being late.
don't say that. Everything's okay. Well, Professor Ana Clotilde, thank you so much for your contribution. Yeah, I like so much for your position and your proposal. You show the positive side of the AI. You are very enthusiastic, I know. But in your presentation, you talk about the production of knowledge and the new competence between creativity and ethics with of course with AI. I like so much you show the federal law in the United States. This point is very important. We need public policies about this point. We need the intervention of the governments in this challenge. You show two other point, very important point, the role of the family in this process. We need the families with us and the focus in the professor and teachers in the education in these new ecosystems. Let me tell something more. UNESCO have a curriculum of competence, media and information competence curriculums from UNESCO. This point is very important because with this guide we can contribute, but in this line with this 20 competence. Me, I'm the Professor Efraín Pantaleon, my partner, Professor Efraín Pantaleon. We got a methodology with this to evaluate this competence in the teachers and professors. And with AI, this methodology is work with AI. And we apply this methodology in Argentina and in Brazil. But I invite you, Professor Ana Clotilde, and other colleagues to apply this methodology in United States, in Canada, in Brazil, Brazil, no, in Mexico, and other countries. Of course, in Canada is our partner, Emmanuel Comico. Well, That's my opinion. That's my view. Thank you so much, Professor.
Thank you so much, Professor Felipe. Thank you so much, Professor William, for your communication. We are blessed to have you today. And we have three speakers who need to share their point of view with us. I will continue with Professor King Dung. King Dung is a professor of communication at the University of the Pacific, where he has taught since 1995 and currently serves as Director of Graduate Studies. Trained in journalism and communication in China and the United States of America, he previously worked as a reporter and editor at China Radio International. Dr. Dong has published extensively with more than 60 journal articles, 4 books, and over 80 conference presentations, and has earned multiple awards for teaching, research, and leading. A long-time leader in USA-China academic exchange, he has directed major cross-cultural programs and served as visiting professor at several China universities. His current work explores major acts in intercultural communication and the emerging role of generative AI in education. Professor Dung, you have the floor.
Okay. Hi, everyone. This is a great honor to be here, and thanks, Professor Philip and Colonel Cole, and also other panelists. So one of the things I want to talk about is that recently I went to this NCA, one of the communication conference in Denver, Colorado. Excuse me. So one of the things we talk about that, so we talk about the areas of exploration, ethical AI literacy, responsible research, learning of the training resources, discipline engagement, and community support. So this is our second year NCAI collaboratory working town hall. So in this conference, we have hundreds of people get together and talk about this. How can we use AI as a tool, or how can we avoid this risk which is posed on our teaching and education? So the point here is very clear, is that it's clearly we have overwhelming faculty believe that AI is a tool, and AI can be kind of can increase education efficiency. And so that's kind of the things we are talking about. We definitely want to make sure that it's AI has a lot of risk, and just as our panel is talking about, but it's how about how we use it. And so I really want to echo to Professor Williams, and she said a moment ago, is that the focus is on the teachers. I think what she said is clearly that is we need to focus more on how our teacher and guide our students. So this is really important. So during the conference, I also participate in other presentation. For example, one panel we talk about is AI and the general AI using in trainings, and we also get a certificate for this AI because in this panel, so we did fairly good using AI in training. So at this point, I know we have our time is limited. I do not want to take a lot of time, but what I really want to say that is why we are using AI in our assignments. As a professor, I have been teaching intercultural communication and research method. I have to say that is in the past 2 years, I use AI in my research methods. I feel that it's a very kind of productive. Why we have to use that? So number one, because students already use AI. So if we don't, we pretty much just let students kind of doing whatever they want. So the only way we can kind of turn us around is that we have to guide it. So turn that into a learning tool rather than let them to kind of take the risk. So we must teach them how to use it ethically because some students really do not know. And only the professor and the teachers guide them so they can use that responsibly and ethically. And also simple AI assignments can actually support critical thinking and also increase transparency and applied communication skills. So really kind of the things we need to emphasize is that we need to use our kind of teachers kind of motivation and let the teacher guide the students' learning. So this is really important. And because of time and the limitations, I will not do too much and here, but I just want to quickly show you that is I use AI in my class, let students build a scale, which is in the past, because I've been teaching this for 30 years. So usually when they develop a scale, takes about 3 weeks. Sometime, if we are lucky, we can do that. It's a week. But now they can do that within 3 hours. So that really kind of increase their efficiency. But we cannot let students just depend on that. We have to let them to use that critically, responsibly. So one of the things I did is that give them an assignment sheet, let them kind of choose a concept, ask AI to generate statements, and evaluate that. So most important thing here is look at this number 5, write a reflection. Let them to, to guide them to everything they do, they have to reflect. They have to compare us. They have to use kind of their critical thinking to demonstrate what kind of things they learn, what kind of things they can criticize during this process. So I have a very kind of more assignment sheet, but I want to jump in it and go into our last kind of takeaway message. So what I really through this presentation I want to argue is that it's an AI plus communication actually lead to is opportunity which can teach people's students critical thinking. Many people may not think that it's AI can really help students critical thinking. What I will say that based on my 2 years teaching experience, I will say yes. Actually, if we can design well, we can really increase students' critical thinking. Number 2, just like Professor Williams shows that is some people like 31% of people do not want to ban AI. I will say that we do not want to ban AI because we can teach how to use it. Teaching with AI have to help students thinking critically and prepare them well for their career. So that is my short presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Professor Dung, for your communication. Yeah, you have focused on navigating generative AI in enhancing education efficiency, and you have focused on many questions. Before I give the floor to Professor Felipe, I have touched 2 words. We need to use AI critically and ethically. Thank you so much. Professor Felipe, you have the floor to add your.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, dear friend, Professor Emmanuel Konako. The professor key is your presentation are wonderful, like ever. I like to bring in this now the importance of education efficiency, because the education needs clear points and clear objectives, and needs, of course, the critical thinking and the creativity thinking together. We need this analyze and this form to combine the education with critical think, but with creativity think together, because with this composition we can see new forms to the relationships between professors and students, between students and of course with the families. And we need methodologies to evaluate this evolution, these dynamics. In my opinion, your presentation is very insightful, and of course are very rich. We need so much your vision, Professor, and your contribution. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much, Professor Felipe. Yeah, today we have many important information, communication, insight. And we have our two last speakers to share their point of view with us. We have first Mr. Horacio Betzel. Yeah. Before I give the floor to him, let me introduce Mr. Horacio. Mr. Horacio Betzel is the UNESCO focal point for the media and information literacy. CT's program, representing Sao Gonçalo do Amante, Brazil. He is a special PhD student in the tourism graduate program. Hold a master's degree in science, technology, and innovation from the Federal University of Rio Grande do Norte and a bachelor's degree in business administration from FIT. He has extensive experience in strategic management, innovation, and digital solutions for tourism and hospitality, with expertise in hotel optimization, customer experience, and online sales strategies. He has collaborated with companies such as Booking.com and several tech-driven hospitality startups. He currently serves as a co at Ibarcocom Brazil, a startup in the Amazon region focused on digital solutions for riverboat ticket sales. Mr. Horacio Bitzel, you have the floor.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very much for. Are you hear me? Okay.
Yes. Yes.
All right. We're gonna share my
Yeah.
screen.
Yes, you can do it.
Okay. Are you see?
Uh, Not yet. We have the black. Yes.
Now it's okay.
Yes. Yes. But you need to. Yes. Thank you
Yeah.
so
All right. So I not see you, but okay. Thank you very much for this opportunity, and that's this is the point of view. Thank you for the introduction of myself, and let's go for this presentation. The artificial intelligence and the post-humanism in the school in the new series perspective, a learning tool or a risk of the young mind. This is, like you said, we are representative of São Gonçalo do Amarante, Rio Grande do Norte. You just became one of the city as pilot last October 17th. Then now we are start to learn about how to be a good example. Like you say, I just start with this sentence from Chico Saisen, an Northwest Brazilian singer that say, one step forward, you are not longer in the same place. That's what we are doing here. We are moving our step. So this is very important to think about that. Always forward. Also, I know just you know what is our new cities, but just to focus on it, this is the concept of the new city is media and information literacy cities. This concept was launched by UNESCO in 2018 and expanded as traditional no the smart city. But according to Professor Felipe Chibais Ortiz, new cities, media and information literacy, Other cities that incorporate media and information literacy as a foundation of principle for human, social, and democracy development. Do not limit themselves to the technology, as happened with the smart cities, but it's instead place to center for the critical education for citizens and, like you said before, ethical management of information. São Gonçalo do Amarante has now a program that's starting where they are using uh, IA to help in the technology to help the students improve the 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 skill, the knowledge during the class. That's the mayor, Jaime Calado. He launched this because he wants to secure it, the high, improve the quality and the high level of the education. That's really a new experience for our states. And you are in the beginning and you are moving on. And of course, later we're going to see what the result of this program. That's me, São Gonçalo Aprende Mais. That's in English, we learn more to help the people get knowledge. I AI as a learning tool, of course. Then we need to personalize the learning, expand access to the knowledge, preparation for the future. That's the point why use this I AI tool in the learning. As well, there is risk in the ethical tension, of course, connectivity dependence, privacy and surveillance, erosion of identity and agents, technology inequalities. That's the point that you bring you we came out for this risk of to have. But also school and enthusiasm, human machine reconfiguration, developing algorithm literacy, and the ethical mediation of technology. That's very important to have this focus in this theme to use this. But technology, technology and us, I think now in the nowadays we need it. IA transform how you can learn and think. Critical mediate use is essential. Technology, of course, we are here. I am in Brazil, joke for you, using the technology. That's technology should complement human development to get more knowledge. That's the point. And I've ended my presentation with this reflection that talking about learning to or risk for the young. The reflex is, as the Paracelsus, the Swiss physician and the alchemist and the philosopher said, the difference between medicine and the potion is the dose. Obrigado. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Horacio Bitzel, for your communication. Your conclusion is very strong. The difference between medicine and the poison is in the dose. Yes, how we use artificial intelligence to develop our relationship, to learn, and to interact. Yes, it is very important to know that today we are living in a world where we cannot say artificial intelligence is not good. It is very good. It is very important, but we need to use it with ethic and criticism. Professor Felipe, I don't know if you have something to add, but me, I have catch two things from what he has said. He has
Yes,
focused on the meaning and the role of mile cities. So, mile cities is the core focus on which uh, we can use to learn and how we can use MIC, artificial intelligence today. You have said that you need to personalize the learning and using MI using artificial intelligence has a risk. You have said that cognitive dependence. Yes, in our life, we are depending today on technology, and artificial intelligence is one of these dependence we are developing in our life today. Professor Felipe, you have the floor.
Thank you so much, Professor Malcolm Konako. Mr. Horacio Bexel, congratulations for your presentation. You show the mid-city concept.
Yeah, please, can you stop the sharing?
Okay.
Please,
Thank you.
Mr.
A moment.
Mr. Bexel.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
Mr.
thank you.
Horacio, thank you. Mr. Horacio Bexel, congratulations for your presentation. You show the mid-city concepts. This is a very important starting point for our rational and our reflections. You show too the example of San Gonzalo City. San Gonzalo City is now a point, focal point, or mid city points from UNESCO. This is a very important success because with this we got examples for can we do about big cities? Can we change the cities with the focus in media and information literacy? And this city is at the moment starting this process. Congratulations for your presentation. Congratulations too for your work. Thank you so much for your presence here.
Thank you very
Thank you
much.
so much, Professor Felipe, for your comment. We'll finish with the last speaker. She's my colleague. She from Colombia. She can speak in Spanish, but I don't understand Spanish today. Before I give the floor to my colleague, let me introduce her. Yeah, Professor Sofia Margarita Noguera is an accomplished teacher specializing in French studies, cultural memory, and Afro-Colombia literature. She earned her master's degree in French from the Université de Montréal in 2030, where her thesis topic is Afro-Colombia cultural and historical memory in Trilogia de Uraba by Marta Rodriguez and Fernando Respeto, analyzing how film represent and preserve Afro-Colombia historical and cultural memory. Her research explores the intersection of literature, cinema, and social history, pointing out how artistic expression documents and communicate marginalized experience. Uh, Negora has contributed to academic discussion in Francophone and Latin American cultural studies with a focus on memory, identity, and post-colonial perspective. Through her teaching and profession, she engaged students and peers in critical discussion about the French language, artificial intelligence, cultural heritage, representation, and the role of the art in capturing social reality. Professor Sophia, you have the floor. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Comin, for your presentation.
Yeah.
I'm going to share my my screen.
Yes.
Did you see it? No.
Not yet. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. There's no. Yes. Thank you.
So just going to share my experience with artificial intelligence. That is not very long experience, but the thing is that we have. I'm almost a baby boomer, and and I have this experience of when I started teaching, the technology was zero. And now we get to a point where technology takes all the place. And from that point of view, we are very privileged to see how the process goes. As our new students, they don't have that privilege because they were born with technology, and that's our challenge, I would say. So I'll talk about my experience next. Okay, can you see my next slide? Okay. So for me, is very positive, but as our colleague said before, it's just the dose. You have to measure the dose. If you can balance your former experience with no technology and with technology, we have to really go to that balance. For me, AI has simplified my corrections, the work that takes a lot of time. Also, for the students, it's amazing how if they are autonomous, they learn to ask the specific questions. The AI support their learning in a great way if they know how to use it. So allow students to interact with content anytime. They don't have the restrictions we had when we learn. So this is very important. So lots of advantages: immediate feedback, quick explanations, personalized learning. That's great. And that encourages autonomy, of course. But what are the risks? That reduce the human interaction, and that's very dangerous. And I see it in class, how people just concentrated with their phones, and they lose a lot of the interaction. And Komi and I, we have that same problem over and over again, and we have to deal with that every day. So the distraction from smartphones is awful. So we have to keep an eye on that all the time. And because sometimes they don't know how to use it, and they believe in everything ChatGPT says. So this is very, very important. And we really have to keep an eye on that. Because for me, the class is the opportunity to leave the screens behind, because they can do everything that deals with technology. They can do it at home. In class is the time to interact with the classmates, with the teachers, to have a human contact. If you're a good teacher, you appreciate that. The visual contact, the human contact, the I don't know how to say, the spontaneous reactions. And I always said that. ChatGPT and technology at home if you want, but in class we're going to interact as humans. So our role as teachers is, we have to deal with the AI, because it's there and it's developing very fast. So we have to teach students to ask clear and specific questions. That's not easy. You have to learn something new. We have to guide responsibly. We have to be, like Komi said, ethic with that. And we have to help the students to maintain solid learning habits. So that means that they have to know that AI is a tool, is not a shortcut, and cannot replace critical thinking or analyze or verification. So they have to know that it cannot replace those things. Some experience, one experience that I do in class is because they have to write in French, okay? But now they can just copy and paste whatever translation ChatGPT makes from their own language. But I just guide them to write in their own words what they want to say, and ask ChatGPT to correct with certain guidelines, so they learn where their mistakes are and how can they improve. is not a shortcut. It's a process. They can see the process, and in that way, I think it works very well. They know how to use it. So that's what I observe in my classes, and I haven't done a scientific research about it, but I'm just sharing with you my observations, my experience.
Very.
And I have another, I don't know if we have just a little, just for an example, that I thought it was with a discussion with someone. I was really shocked yesterday in my class when I was teaching the hour in French. They don't know how to read an analog clock. They don't know. I was, for me it was evident, but for them, no. So there I realized that we have a problem. We have a problem because we're losing important process that the students, us as students, when we were in school, learned, and how these slow processes helped us to develop our brains. So that's what I wanted to say. They were born with this kind of technology, and we were dealing with this kind of technology. And it was just an example to illustrate how we're losing important things in the process of learning. So that's what I wanted to say. Thank you very much.
Hey, thank you so much, Professor Sophia, for your communication. Please, can you shut
Yes, sure, for sure.
Thank you.
Wait a minute. Okay.
Okay.
Just wait a second.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, wow. Yes, you have shared with us your experience and your feedback. And I have noticed one word. Technology is a tool to help us achieve our goals, but never replace human knowledge. Thank you so much. Professor Felipe, you have the
Well, thank you so much, Professor. The presentation of Maria Moreira was wonderful, and your experience too, your experience with the students, and in my opinion, are very important. Your graphic, the graphic showed the dynamic of the risk and challenge in moving. I like some of this representation. You to talk about the role of the teachers with AI, with the use of the AI. The 4 points that you brings in your presentation are, in my opinion, the focus of the work of the teachers and professors. The critical thinking, the creativity thinking, and of course, the integration of this work with other factors. Thank you so much for your contribution, Professor. And we need to work together, of course. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Yeah, we deserve. It is our our duty to work together with everybody from everywhere. Yeah, we are open to the world to bring together our knowledge, our expertise, to lead a new world where everybody has his right to say, I know this, I can share it with you. Thank you so much, Sophia. Yeah, now we are among us many colleagues. We have Maria Morella. We have also Professor Anna Elvira Gaba. Yes, before we conclude, I will give you 1 second to introduce yourself and why you are here today with us. I can begin with Mrs. Mario. Certainly, you are professor. Thank you. You have the floor.
Oh, thank you very much for the opportunity. This was, yes, okay. Thank you very much for the opportunity. I'm really thrilled, with this presentation was our participants delivered such wonderful comments and thoughts about this. The monster of the future or that is now present in our lives. I appreciate that. And my colleague, Ana Clotilde, who was the person who sent us the invitation. Thank you very much. My name is Maria Lucy Moreira, and I'm a professor at the College of Charleston. I teach Portuguese and in Spanish and English there. And I was a former director for 15 years, director of the Portuguese school at Middlebury College during the summer. I'm from the old times, as you can see. So I learned how to teach with using chalk and a blackboard.
Yes.
And I understand. I agree that we need to uh, work at learn because the students are using. I appreciate that when I think it was Professor Dong who said that we need to do this because the students are already using. So we better do something, otherwise we'll be left behind, right? I appreciate how he said about well, another thing about me, I'm sorry. Another thing about me is that before I continue, I am also the co-author of the book Ponto de Encontro. That is, this book is a mark in the teaching of Portuguese in the United States. And for almost 3 decades, 2 decades, has been the top book taught to teach Portuguese. And we are not doing the third edition, but we are working to update, using the new technology. And the reason for me to be here is because I really don't want to be behind. I'm feeling that I'm behind to teach here at the College of Charleston, but also because we're going to use artificial intelligence in our next book more than ever now. And one thing that I learned is that from Professor Dong is that to use, to learn how to use, let me see, I took notes here, with include transparency and teach students to think critically and ethically. I also, to develop a critical thinking. I agree with this. To use, I would use and I will use this as a tool for my assignments at home. As Professor Sofia Nogueira said, I don't see room to use this in the classroom, inside the classroom. This has to be outside. Inside is the interaction. I am totally in favor of this. I also have a question for Professor Horacio because he was talking about the city and how the city is like becoming pilot for artificial intelligence. And I am very interested in learning about how this small town in San Francisco, no, San Gonçalo do Amarante, is using these, and how he sees that all students have computers, they have computers at home, they use in the classroom. That it makes me the social injustice of the northeast of Brazil. It strikes me because this is how one city can do this when there is so much many other things that the students don't have, like food on the table. Like this is I'm very curious with this, and I think that is a great innovation opportunity for the students to open their minds. Yes, thank you very much for the opportunity. I didn't know that I was going to talk so much. Sorry.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much, Professor Maria. Yes, you have add many information to the conference, to the webinar. Yeah, we are going to give the floor quickly to Mr. Horacio for 1 minute according to the time. Oh, yes. Thank you. You have the floor.
Thank you, Professor Maria. It's a very good question. Yeah, actually, the Northeast is an experiment in this school.
One school.
yeah, one of the school that's a test that we go for another concept, because the mayor, Mr. Jaime Calado, he's coming from a very, very poor family. He's a doctor. He's very well. I mean, so he's thinking of that. He strongly believe that education is the solution for the poor people, and they want to be a step ahead, and that's why we are helping him to support to to go ahead with this project. That's if I have answered your question.
Yeah,
It's
thank you
okay.
very much. Yes, yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Professor Horacio. Yeah, we are going to give the floor to Professor Anna Evira for 1 second.
Oh no, poor thing. I took him all the time.
Professor Anna Evira, I think she's not on the line, online. Okay, as she's not online, our speakers have 1 minute to conclude their communication with one word. Thank you. I will begin with Dr. Dung. Yes.
This is very hard, and I will say that it's. Um, I think we have to try, and so we are in a very kind of different times, and we are facing a lot of challenges. So try and is the word I will give.
Try, and try
Try.
again.
Try. That's a
Yes.
good word.
Every innovation begins by trying, and trying is the key. Thank you so much, Professor Dung, for your contribution. We hope next time you will be together with us to work and build a new world. Yes. Um, Professor um, Professor Anna Williams, what's your one word in 1 second?
My one word is meaningfulness. Because if you don't have a clear purpose for what you're doing, don't do it. But search, try with meaningfulness in your mind.
Meaningfulness, and we need to try. We need to try. Trying is the key today. We have the key. Thank you so much, Professor William from United States of America. I think you will invite us to be your speakers. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yes, so we have Mr. Horacio from Brazil. Yes, what do you want to say or share with us in one word?
Collaboration is
Ah,
the key.
collaboration is truly the key. So we can build together, bring together our idea, our expertise, our knowledge to build a new world. Thank you so much, Mr. Horacio. We have Dr. Marco. Dr. Marco. Yeah. So before I give the floor to Professor Felipe, I have my colleague,
Thank
Professor Sophia. One word, not two.
Okay. My word is consciousness.
Please.
Consciousness and observation, constant observation about what we do all the time.
Oh, thank you so much, Sophia. We have liked your presentation, your insight are very rich for us. Thank you so much. Professor Felipe, if we don't
thank you
have
so much.
something, yes, you have the floor.
Thank you so much, Professor Emmanuel Comiconaco. Thank you so much to all. The resume of this webinar? What benefits we got here? We got in this webinar, we got the global perspective, we got to clarity, truth, theory, actionable insights, the proposal of new actions to ethical the ethical confidence and like a very important point to artificial intelligence and share it to experience emotion and this ecosystem are to emotional space. We got, of course, ideas, new visions, different visions, but we got here to an emotional space. For us, this is very important because knowledge is emotion too, and we need poetry. We need grow together in this line. This is very important to us. This is more than technological discussion. It is a human discussion. Together, we will explore how to guide children's students with wisdom, courage, critical thinking, creativity thinking, and empathy. And we together will be construct build a new society, a new cities. That's my final words. Thank you so much for your presence. You, of course, we need grow together and grow together, my friends. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, Professor Felipe, for your conclusion. Yes, we need to work together. We need to be together so this new world in which we are living can have a sense. Yes, we are here not to be divided, but to be united. So, the one word, collaboration. Professor Felipe, thank you so much to be a good leader for us. Your leadership is appreciated. And everyone here, where are you going today? Share the new word, collaboration, trying. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Bye bye.
Thank
Thank
you
you so
Bye.
much.
Thank you so much. It was great. It was a great event. I
Obrigado.
really appreciate it
Thank you.
all.
That was very nice.
Professor Williams, yeah, thank you so
Thank
much.
you very
We
much.
need
Thank
to
you so much.
connect
Thank you
here in
so
North
much.
America somehow. And
Of
please
course.
send us the link to the recording because I want to send to some people who could not come today.
Okay,
Thank
thank
you.
you. Really good.
Yes, of course. Thank
Yeah.
you, Professor Anna. Thank you, Professor Key. Thank you, Professor Horacio. Thank you, Sofia. Thank you, of course, Professor Maria. Thank you, Emmanuel Comico Naco.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
Thank
Have a
you
great
so
day.
I love that. Thank you.
Bye.
I
I will
love it.
send you the code of Canada.
The code
From
of
South
Chicago.
Carolina, Charleston, South Carolina, United States, and Brazil.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Who is recording them? Professor Felipe?
It's finished the record, my friend.
Yeah, but it is not me. I don't know why today we have these problems.
No problem. The technical problem are the routine. No problem. The AI technologies are not perfect. You know that. No
Okay.
problem. No, don't worry. Everything is okay.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
No
Thank you.
problem. Horacio, bye bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you so
Bye-bye.
much. Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
Leave.
Okay.
I need to
Au
talk with
revoir. Au revoir.
Au revoir.
my
No.
friend.
Yeah.
We got a new
Let me
victory.
let me
Oh.
disconnect.
Thank you.
Why this problem today? I don't know why. Oh, I don't know. I cannot disconnect him. So I need to restart again.
No problem, my friend.
Okay. Okay. I disconnected and
Ooh. Oh,
Oh,
it's okay?
I have the same problem. I don't know.
Nah, don't. But the record is recording. Oh,
Oh, Professor.
professor, the meeting is finished.
Oh, sorry.
No,
Okay.
no problem.
I went
Okay.
to
Yeah,
have
it
my
was.
students
No problem,
on
professor.
automatic
Everything's
pilot.
okay. Everything's okay. No problem at all.
Yeah, it was a great pleasure to interact with you today, to know you, and we hope next
Yeah,
time we will be together and to share information. You have many things to teach us, and we are here to hear you for the next
thank,
time.
Yes.
thank you.
Yes, yes.
It was
Okay,
very nice meeting you.
thank you so much, and have a great day. Mhm.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, professor. Thank you so much for your presence, your knowledge, and your affect too.
Thank you.
Bye. Mm.
Okay, see you then.
Hey, thank
See
you.
you.
See
Bye.
you next. Mm.
Bye bye.
Bye. Wow.
Very hard day.
Yes.
But we got a new victory.
Yes.
No problem. No problem. Technical problems are a routine.
Yeah.
We got technical problem all day.
Oui,
No
oui. Yeah.
problem, my friend.
Yes.
The more important thing is we can do this webinar. The most
Yes.
important thing for me is we work together. That's
Mhm.
my point.
Yes. 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 We have did it.
Well, let's talk about the elections. You know, the elections.
Mm-hmm.
The elections in UNESCO Middle Alliance. You know,
Mm.
you candidate.
No, no.
No, I candidate
Yeah.
like a specialist representative.
Yes.
Well, let's
I will
go.
vote. I will vote for you.
Oh, thank you so much, my friends. Thank you, thank you. It's important because we need to maintain our position.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
you know, this is a battle. This
Mm-hmm.
is a with different tendencies, with different people,
Yeah.
and have people with it's not good people in the UNESCO Middle Alliance, and
Uh-huh. Yes.
we need
Yes.
to film our flag, our topic about Mercedes, and we have intercultural vision. We
Yes.
have the vision of different continents. We
Mm.
need the vision of Africa, Latin America, not only Europa. Do you understand? This
Yes.
is important because have people in the next communal lives to think, oh, Europe is the is the unique and the perfect place. It's not. This is not our vision. Our
No.
vision is Africa, America, Americas. Our vision is Latin America too, Caribbean. You know,
Mm-hmm.
this
Yes.
is our vision and the importance of education for
Mm.
the cities and the importance of education for all the topics.
Yes. 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 We are here to work together, and I know it. It is
Yeah, I
very
like it so
important.
much to Sophia, your
Yeah.
colleague, your
Uh,
colleague.
It's her first time to present or to attend to participate. And
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yesterday she was very sad. She told me she couldn't do nothing. So I gave him a plan. I gave him a plan to work on this plan. So today she had shared a great communication with us. Mm.
Think. I agree with you. Well, we can think about the last webinar of the year.
Mhm.
What date you propose?
Okay. Let me check. The date will be certainly Saturday, like today, because in the week today, in the week now in Canada, it is very hot.
No problem, no problem.
The
I
ministry,
understood.
yes. Let me check. December. Samedi. Okay. We can do it. December 20.
December 20. For me, it's
Yeah.
okay.
December 20.
And don't forget, please, don't forget the event in Lisboa.
I
You
will,
participate.
yes, yes.
The, 6 or no, 5. December 5.
December 5. I will record my my communication. I will do it.
You are the best, my friend. And we can do that in presence. Present, person to person. We need this, but we need financial resource for this.
Yes, yes. This is why we have technical problem. Yes, I tried my
Yes.
best to have a Zoom subscription, but it is very expensive for me today. I do as I can do,
No,
and
I understood.
yes.
I understood.
Okay, Professor Felipe, thank you so much for this.
Oh, my friend, I am the one to say thank you, and from my heart, of course. Oh, the last thing, you can do a picture for us, picture now with print screen. Now
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
do
yes.
because my print screen is not working. I don't know why. Technical problems, but
Yes.
but you can do a print a photo now, and you send for me.
Yes, yes, I will do
But
that.
I need a picture to us, you and me.
Okay. Okay. Yes.
to post before.
Okay. Let me try again. Yes, let me try again. Yeah. Okay. Then okay. Uh-huh. Wow. Yes.
You got
Now.
it?
Yes, I got it. I will
Send for me, please.
Okay, I will do it. I will do it.
Big Comey, Big Emmanuel, Professor Emmanuel Comey. we got here a tradition. We
Yes.
got you and me. You are partners with tradition,
Yes.
with roots. You understand the roots, and we do a very important work for humanity, the humankind. This work is very important.
Very important.
In this moment, you see
Yeah.
the professor Ana Clotilde, the professor Key, the different cultures, different countries, and everybody say, "Oh, this is very important work. I like so much. We need this. We need to expand this work. We need the support of UNESCO. UNESCO, UNESCO talk, but UNESCO don't have anything. But we continues, and we I believe in God. You too. I know. I believe in God. I believe so much. I believe so much in God, and I believe in this work, my friend.
Yes.
Really, from my heart, I believe in this work, and we I don't know the time. I don't know the year, but you and me, God will God in the future shall in the future many things, but this work, because this work is good, it's good, very good, is necessary. And you and me, we got many things for this. Believe me. And when I stay, you stay too. You see, I bring together you in books, articles, events, and we got. But now I haven't money, but we in the future we got these financial resources. I believe in God, my friend. I believe that.
Yeah. It is very important to believe in God because today He is the key. Everything we do, if we focus our faith on God, He will open door for us.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
I think like you. I think that. I agree with you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much, my friend.
I have shared all the screen I have done with you, more than 20. So you need to to select those you want to use. Thank you so much and have a great day. I love the panelists. Professor Williams, so very proud of what he has shared. Dr. Professor Doom, everybody. Yes.
Yes. Professor Ana Clotilde, like someone for you from you.
Ah,
Ana
thank you.
Clotilde. I see. That's
Yes,
good. Really good.
very good. Very good. Thank you so much.
Hacks. Hacks, my friend.
Bye. Shalom.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.